I'm not no respect.
I'm peace. I bring peace. Peace and respect to neighbor. Stop the violence. Hi to the genuine ones, women, and Hi! Stop the violence!
I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. And I say respectfully, no, and the truth of me, God darn it. My content is not everybody, and that's okay. No, and the truth of for me. An individual will watch you within watch you bother their own mental health. Bringing their own goddamn blood pressure up. And the truth of me. You go find entertainment somewhere else. Here's the truth of me. People pick and choose who they want to bully or whatever the case may be. Hold on one second. I wasn't trying to get discouraged, neighbor. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and to the genuine ones with no intentions, I truly hope all is well on your end, and I say that respectfully. Healing trauma and pain is not a race or an overnight process. Never give up on yourself because someone did not love you, respect you, protect you. Never give up on yourself because someone doesn't see your worth. Never give up on yourself because someone doesn't understand that you choose you with no malicious intentions. It's a train of thought for me. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. No, it's the truth of it is not for everyone, and that's okay. Always be yourself. Today is currently October 30th, 2025. I'm healing from a hate crime that was done to me. I would never hurt myself regardless who's gang stalking me or sending me an evil eye or is projecting spirit towards me, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding, and I say respectfully, or who has me shadow banned. I would never hurt myself, and I say respectfully. Always be yourself.
Peace and respect to neighbor. Check this out, neighbor. I'm far from a hater. Elevation don't dim your light. A miracle don't dim your light. Catch a bless. Hold on 1 second. Reflection. Hold on 1 second. I love myself to better myself. Hey, I love myself to better myself. Hey, always be yourself with no malicious. Gotta go.
I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. It's not. Entertainment purposes only. No, it's a trade though for me. When you mind your business, you decide, answer the phone by accident. No, it's a trade though. I didn't sign up for this one-sided ass conversation. You have that one Pacific family member or friend decide to say, hey, I gotta talk to you about something. When you accidentally walk in on them at the end of the day, when they got a whole new situation going on, but they supposed to be married to somebody else, to hold on 1 second. Why am I so late? Now, it's a trade off of me. You ever realize that someone wanted you to lie for them because they in a whole relationship at the end of the day, and realizing the person that you cool with, that they supposed to be in love with, only you have to hold on 1 second. You almost lost your marbles. Here's the trade, like, why you hurt my friend for? When you become cool with somebody that you truly like at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to that family member or that friend or whatever, yeah, nothing crazy. But it's the truth of me. How you gonna sit there and break their heart and then involve someone on the situation? I never understood at the end of the day. So this fool decided to say, you know what? Hey, I got a proposition for you. I'm going to disturb your peace today. You coming from this zip code to my zip code, from my county to your county. Just bring your ass over here. Have the train on me. You get there with it and get in there. This fool said, I got an emergency. What's the tools I need to help you school? It's the train on me. What happened? No, for real. You got that one Pacific friend or family, but you hold them down or whatever the case may be. Hold on 1 second. You was not going to hurt my little world today. Have the train on me. I ain't talking this bullshit. Who is that at? Only brother, hold on 1 second. You walk in on them at the end of the day like, this is new conversation to me because you never told me about your new person. And the train on me. What you got going on over here? You walking on a conversation with KSB. They like, that's just my friend. Oh. Your situation that's outside this door, whatever the case may be, they sitting on the steps. When I walked in, I said, what's up? Have the check on me. So I just wanted you to be on the same page, so I don't want to break up no fight, whatever the case may be. Because a motherfucker will put you in the middle of something that you got to break up a fight in two-piece somebody, let alone them. Have the check on me. Why would you put me in this bullshit? Have the check on me. Only once they say, you know what? I got something to tell you. What happened? You could have told me this over the phone. I didn't sign up to be the referee. That's why they got 9910 for. And the trade on me, domestic dispute. Hello. No, for real. It be so messed up when you get into a situation at the end of the day, and the police gotta be called or whatever case may be. Only you realize you want to cheat. Oh, you such a heifer. I don't like you. No, for real. When you want those type of people, or whatever case may be, regardless, family related or not, blood related, don't matter in the day. do me a favor. If you're not for somebody, leave them alone. It's a trade off me. Having your cake and eating it too, try to break someone else's heart and they have a little piece or whatever the case may be on the side or whatever. Listen, the devil's a goddamn and I don't be part of it. You know, my conscience, everybody. It be the train of thought for me. You know, what's love? If someone can relate to actually be on the same page, being emotionally available, so emotionally one-sided when it comes to their mistakes. Hold on, I said they don't realize that hold on, I said they was truly the blessing at the end of the day. You know, you, the innocent person that knew how to pour into someone not to pretend, but someone has so much excuse to project lust, only was to hold on a second, now that innocent person has to go within. You know, running from your past that wasn't part of your vocabulary. You want us to take accountability for your actions, only was to hold on a second. Someone didn't understand that, hold on a second. Imagine you walk into someone's life, right? And they sitting there telling you, I don't want to remind you what you've been through. You know, because you may have been in a situation when it came to someone abusing you, mentally, spiritually, or whatever the case may be when it comes to your finances. You know, putting their hands on you. Someone disrespecting you, make you feel like you're not worthy because they couldn't be loyal. You know, they was running so much game. Only was to hold on a second. What happened in time and day? You reminding yourself at the end of the day, all the conversations that you had in the beginning, only was to hold on a second. It was truly played out because hold on a second, words couldn't relate. Only if you was to hold on 1 second. True love was supposed to hurt, but you understood overcome the pain. You know, my content is not for everyone. And I say respectfully. And listen, if you're not ready for a relationship, leave people alone. I'm not yet. You know, respect that my content is not for everyone. Entertainment purposes only. No, it's the truth of me. You know, you ever been minding your business, whatever the case may be? You ever had that one particular family member that reaches out or whatever the case may be that do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, just because service or whatever the case may be? No, it's the truth of me. They all in the church house. Hello. They know everybody got darn business. So they decide to pick up the phone and call you out of all people. And you volunteer to actually go. It's the truth of me. You don't even know why you said what you said today. They called you in the middle of the nap. It's the truth of me. Only for you to realize you get down there, whatever the case may be. They got their cross on, they got their Bible in their hand, or whatever the case may be. And you trying to be on the same page. Praise the Lord. The truth of me, I need a little praise. Only to realize, hold on 1 second. They forgot to mention that they dealing with the pastor. They being called out there in service. I got something to tell the family now. Oh, this is getting good. I'm not mad after all. You ever been so pissed off that you signed up for something today that you didn't supposed to sign up for, but you signed up for it anyway today? Volunteering your own goddamn service, like, damn. Only was the whole 1 second. This is actually good. Wait 1 second. Only was the hold on 1 second. The pastor wife decides to pull up or whatever the case may be and do service today out of all days, and they trying to figure out who's the one with the tattoo. They very detailed about where this tattoo is. And the only person that know is who? Family. Nobody know about this specific tattoo. And the truth of me. This fool trying to figure out they mental health or whatever case may be, if they okay. They sweating within sweating. They ain't have a drink or two yet. And the truth of me, because she's screaming so loud. Niece, nephew, I need a drink. I bet you do. Now you can talk. Have the truth of me. So you mean to tell me this is why you here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday? Matter of fact, hold on 1 second. I got something to tell y'all, family. This is good. Y'all might want to come get row 3 or 4 right behind me. No, it's a trick on me. It's about to get good. We might need backup. It's a lot of them. No, for real, it's a lot of them. They got the choir that's going to step for the pastor and the wife of the day. And this fool, rather, hold on 1 second. They part of the wrong crowd. It's a trick off of me. I never saw my uncle get up so goddamn fast in their life at the end of the day when that tattoo was being called out to me. I gotta go to the bathroom. I need to be excused. Sit your ass down. You ain't gotta go nowhere. You ever had someone just pulling you at the end of the day like, you that aggressive? I ain't know you had that strength in you. No, we gotta go. You invited me here, so I'm going to stick with service. I'm praising the Lord, and I gotta pray for you too. No, if it's straight of me. Only for the pastor wife to come approach us at the bench of the day. Yeah, I got something to say. First of all, I'm not giving y'all an offering, but if you need an offering, you can take her first. It's the straight off of me. You know, she over here doing some sins and stuff. And they ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't cheat. You know what I'm saying? I don't dibble and dabble with other people. When I'm single, I'm single. When I'm in a relationship, it's only one person. Hold on 1 second. I won't be nobody's issue. Hello? What's wrong wrong with people? You ever had that one specific aunt, uncle, or family member or friend and they always preaching to you or whatever case may be? It's not a good thing, to be in a relationship and dealing with multiple people at the same time. Shut your ass up. They tricked over me. Aren't you married to such and such and y'all been married? How many kids y'all got now? It's a trade door for me. You making the world go around, so who else you dealing with out here in these streets? Because you got me messed up, bro, now. No, for real, because them church folks will make you feel like at the end of the day, they so innocent. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Pastor, so I got a question. I got a testimony. It is straight over me. So, I would like to buy a vowel for 100, Alex. Here's a trade over me. How long y'all been dating? And why you didn't tell your wife the communication? Hello? Because hold on 1 second. She approaching the wrong person, and now it's time for me to stand up and say something. Hello, don't press my aunt or my uncle. What's wrong with you, fool? No, for real, because this fool is getting real uncomfortable. I never saw somebody sweat so bad in my life. I swear, you would have thought they had a fever or something. Oh, quiet ain't the word. You have one of those family that just talk so much at the end of the day? But this very moment in the day, they ain't got nothing to say. I thought you had to go to the bathroom. It went straight over me, fool. My content is not for everyone. And I say respectfully, I may not be entertaining to the average person. I'm not for you. And I say respectfully, I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and I'm healing from a hate crime that was done to me. I don't run from scars that someone projected on me at the end of the day. I'm far from a hater, let alone a copycat. Always be yourself. We don't pray to the same God, and I don't push God on nobody, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. Because when someone is truly for you, they're not sending you the evil eye. They're not projecting spirit towards you, or they're not energy harvesting off your energy. And they're not gathering up a group to project the hate train towards you, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. I have men and women, even children, threatening my life at the end of the day. I would never hurt myself, regardless who's trying to blackmail me against me. Always be yourself. And I say that respectfully. No mother or father or family member should lose a child or family member due to jealousy, envy, or someone's insecurity, or because someone's envious, or because someone decides to try to take control of a narrative of someone's life, because someone decides to change their life, someone gets authentic love, someone is being their authentic self and they fall from a hater. How someone has to project spell on someone's baby. How someone has to send someone an evil lie or project a hate crime towards someone's child. No mother and father should have to wait for a phone call because they're waiting for their child to arrive somewhere, or they're waiting for their child to be at a destination and that child didn't arrive, or that child didn't answer the phone. It doesn't matter if a mother and father came from poverty and pain or not. It didn't matter if that mother or father was in a single family household or not. Because when a man stands up, regardless of the trials and tribulations that he endured, he protects his child, he loves his child, and he wouldn't want someone to hurt his child, regardless of how old that child is. And I say that respectfully. My content is not for everybody, and that goes for a mother too. Because everybody's not a parent. And I mean that respectfully. Because it's parents that's a real parent in the day, they're not energy harvesting of their children's energy. They're not projecting spirit towards their child. They're not projecting a hate crime towards their child. They're not trying to shortchange their child of growth when it comes to becoming a best self of themselves. Like calling them slow, stupid, or retarded at the end of the day. Because everybody's household ain't the same. My content is not for everyone. That mother and that father that actually prays for their child, regardless to what environment, county, or zip code that baby's in at the end of the day. All they want their baby to do is become their best self of themselves. Every train of thought for me. Everybody's not the same. No mother or father should have their child stripped away from them because someone is jealous, someone got lack of self-control, someone wants to teach a mother and father a valuable lesson. So they won't pour into themselves. They want that mother and father to be mentally unstable. They want that mother and father to be strung out on narcotics. They want that mother and father to be in a mindset of not being mentally stable. But when a real mother and father is going through a situation like this, they have to be more stronger than anything at the end of the day. Because you know why? They still fighting for that baby. Regardless of how old that child is at the end of the day. You know, all they want for their child is the best. An individual will come into someone's life and try to make someone so miserable. They want someone to be in the mindset at the end of the day that, hold on one second, you're not worthy. All because a mother and father knew how to protect their baby, pour into that baby, show up for that baby, give that baby the proper tools, even when the world was trying to go against that child. You know, my content is not for everybody, and I may not make sense to the average person, and that's okay. How individual project spoke towards someone's child doesn't matter if it's an infant or not at the end of the day. Or because someone lacks self-control. It didn't matter about someone's culture, religion, sexual orientation, disability, or age. You know, I may not make sense to the average person, and that's okay. You know, because someone stands up for themselves, and because you see someone a popular loner, or you see someone understanding that, hold on one second, you may not believe in God, but someone believes in God, and your faith is not the same at the end of the day. It's no reason for you to send someone spell work. It's no reason for you to send someone an evil eye. It's no reason for you at the end of the day to try to ruin someone's reputation because, hold on one second, you wanted someone to be in a mindset of living in fear. There's no reason for you to try to bring harm towards somebody at the end of the day because someone decided to speak up for themselves because you had malicious intentions. You was monitoring someone's every move to have them robbed mentally, spiritually, financially, or telling someone's every move that became their enemy, and that person was never that person's enemy at the end of the day because someone had malicious intentions. You know, this type of stuff actually happens. You don't have to know somebody at the end of the day for someone to project sport towards you. You don't have to know somebody at the end of the day for someone to gang stalk you. You don't have to know somebody or not at the end of the day for someone to make you feel like you're not worthy of choosing you. And especially when you don't have malicious intentions. You don't know how to say thank you, no thank you at the end of the day. You understand 6 feet apart. You know, certain folks will make you feel like at the end of the day you think you're better than somebody, but you wasn't trying to get discouraged, or you knew how to respect your neighbor when he was projecting animosity towards you. You know, my content is not for everyone, and that's okay. It is. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. Love is real, love is one of a kind with the right one actually for you. You know, real love is truly one of a kind. Uniting with the love of your life, God truly shows you divine time and His right. You know, God gave you the green light to protect someone's heart. You ain't have to get physical, but all you do is motivation. It's different. That, hold on one second, I wasn't trying to dim my light. I wasn't trying to remind someone of their past. I was truly showing someone that true love can truly last. You know, being patient, kind, and respectful. At the end of the day, showing someone you wasn't trying to mess up to make mistakes. That energy is different. You know, they say fairy tales ain't real, but true love ain't competition. I say that respectfully. You know, someone didn't have to project lust when someone didn't have to pretend to actually love you. Even when you get lost in your words, who would have knew to love you like to look at you like you're a fool? You know, because you're going to have good days, bad days, misunderstanding days. Someone still by your side when you're still sick at the end of the day. Someone protecting your mental health when it comes to your heart. God gave you access to actually respect somebody, acknowledge that, hold on one second, they are worthy of valuing your time and day. You know, bringing peace to someone's life. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and just because moments, that energy is different. You know, someone cheering for you up close in person behind closed doors, overcoming certain seasons they can't relate to when the world try to disrespect you, send you the evil lie, let alone tell so many lies. How the love of your life actually knew at the end of the day they was here to pray for you, not against you, when the world was against you. You know, imagine walking into someone's life. Yeah, I wasn't trying to have your cake and eat it too, but treat each other right. You know, that loyalty is different. You didn't have to switch up when it comes to your vocabulary. All it did was get better when it comes to real love. Who would have knew true love wasn't seeking revenge? You know, because the love of your life wasn't your enemy. The love of your life wasn't a test. The love of your life allowed you to trust. Only was the hold on one second. You allowed yourself to self-reflect. Allowing yourself to come out your comfort zone. It wasn't for likes, it was a cloud chasing of fame. Someone truly poured into you in your rainy days. Good days, bad days, misunderstanding days. Only for you was to hold on one second. You're past living your reality today. You know, I may not make sense to the average person, and that's okay. But true love is not supposed to hurt, and I say that respectfully. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everybody. Blessing, blessing, don't dim your lights. Neighbor, neighbor, don't dim your lights. Blessing, blessing, don't dim your light. Never, never, don't dim your light. You know, be who you want to be. They would never understand love is different, allowing you to feel who would have knew your reflection, allowing you to see. Looking in the mirror, even when folks throwing spirit at you the toxic way, God will show you motivation when it hits different. God spent the block for all the right reasons. Pretended, hold on 1 second, it was never competition. The energy is different when it comes to being authentic. God endorsed certain tools within you. God will show you stepping for you, not to bring confusion into your life at the end of the day when they didn't see your worth when it comes to growth. Maturing is different when you're acting your body weight, your shoe size. It's not a crime to hold on 1 second. To love yourself, to recognize you are worthy. When they understand that, hold on 1 second, it's okay to overcome pain. You wasn't running from your past, that ain't just different. Always be your authentic self when they understand your vision. I may not make sense to the average person, and that's okay. It's currently October 30th, 2005, and it's currently 10:35 p.m. Gang stalking is real. You don't have to know somebody or not for someone to gang stalk you. You don't have to know somebody or not for someone to try to distract you. You don't have to know somebody or not at the end of the day to make you feel like you're not worthy of choosing you. Individuals with those sporadic at you, good day, bad day, misunderstanding day, they will monitor your every move from the time that you walk out your household. They will walk into your environment and invade your space and project sporadic towards you, or dibble and dabble with your food or your food or your drink and try to poison you. How this type of stuff actually happens. How folks will try to paint out to be an accident at the end of the day, all because they already said you will crash out. They will hack your devices, your accounts, your emails. They will monitor your mail. It's a chain of thought for me. They would even pretend to have conversations with you at the end of the day, just to show certain folks at the end of the day, yeah, I know that person. How this type of stuff actually happens. Or they would try to make you homeless. They would try to rob you mentally, spiritually, and financially, and make you feel like you're not worthy. But never complain yourself, and I say respectfully. I'm Naya, genuine respect, and my content is not for everyone. It's not a crime to be yourself. It's not.
Be who you wanna be, neighbor. Be who you wanna be, neighbor. Don't dim your light, neighbor, neighbor, don't dim your light. Don't dim your light, neighbor, neighbor, don't dim your light. You're a miracle, neighbor, neighbor. You're a miracle, neighbor, neighbor.
I may not know how to sing, but when you take those chances at the end of the day to be your authentic self, folks will see your potential on your rainy days. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding day. They was far from haze when it came to hold on 1 second being authentic. They didn't have to pretend. Folks actually rooting you on, even from different zip codes at the end of the Madison County. Hold on 1 second content at the end of the day. How certain folks didn't make you feel like you wasn't worthy. They ain't have to make you feel like that, because they wasn't sending you to evil out and put you in the sport in a toxic way. Only was the hold on 1 second. It's okay to be authentic. Always be yourself on intentions. The devil would try to stop you. The enemy would try to size you up to see what you got going on. But God will show you balance when it comes to hold on 1 second. Your role is different. Never get discouraged when someone didn't know how to pay attention and stay in their lane to love themselves on a rainy day. Good and bad days. They'd rather destroy you, paint you out to be the villain in their story, all because hold on 1 second, you just willing to choose you. Always be yourself. I may not make sense to the average person. When it comes to a real mother and father, all they want is what's best for their child. And I say that respectfully. Regardless to who's cheering them on or not at the end of the day, when you become your biggest cheerleader at the end of the day, can't nobody dim your light but you. Regardless to who's sending you spell work, regardless to who's trying to rob you mentally, spiritually, financially at the end of the day, or send you the evil lie, or have to blackmail you or gang stalk to make you feel like you live in fear. When you get biggest cheer at the end of the day, regardless of who you pray to, never allow self to sleep on self. Because when God endures a potential within you, we may not pray the same, I'm far from hater, but when God endures potential within you, never allow someone's insecurity, or because someone decided to create a hate train towards you, make you feel like you're not worthy of choosing you. And I say respectfully, I may not make sense to the average person, but that's okay. Because my content is not for everyone. It's not.
Love is rare, love is one of a kind. With the right one, truly for you, I chose me.
They wanted you to cancel yourself. Don't spoken in a toxic way, but God truly showed you while you still on the schedule. They wanted you to reschedule when it comes to that weather. But hold on 1 second, God truly gave you balance when it comes to acknowledge your worth. Never give up on yourself when it comes to that weather. Pouring to yourself, they would never understand. Hold on 1 second, I understood overflow my cup because I was worthy of choosing me when they overlooked me. The he say, she say, I wasn't trying to get lost in someone's pain. I knew how to respect my neighbor even on a rainy day. I wasn't wrong for standing up for myself when God gave me a strength. Hold on 1 second, I don't understand confidence. Hold on 1 second, I understood confidence. I never looked at my neighbor like competition, didn't matter their tax bracket. How folks try to humble you, but God wasn't trying to distract you. When God was truly showing at the end of the day that your heavenly mother, Father God, never removed their hands off that will. Even when folks try to paint you to be the villain of their story at the end of the day, why am I discouraged at the end of the day when God got my back? You got my back against the wall. You see where your God at now. I actually prayed to go within because I live by faith. I walk by faith, not by sight. They would never understand my pain. Hold on 1 second. I never had to project on the end of the day. You know, you ain't got to project your pain on somebody. Regardless if you didn't have your moms and your pops in your life at the end of the day, regardless they know how to respect you, protect you, whatever the case may be, you still knew how to respect your neighbor. You know, hold on 1 second, that human that day, it'd be the train of thought for me. You know, when the right people walk into your life, they see you, they hear you, they respect you with no misintentions, and I say respectfully. Always be yourself with no misintentions. Never allow a man or a woman or a child at the end of the day make you feel like you're not worthy of choosing you because they're willing to threaten your life. They're willing to create a hate train towards you. They're projecting spoil towards you. They send you evil out. They're even willing to blackmail you against you as somebody that you're truly not at the end of the day. Always be yourself, no intentions. Because when God sends the right people into your life, they see you, they hear you, they respect you with no misintentions. And they act in their body way, they far from hate, so we all not the same. Neighbor, 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 neighbor. You know, the same stuff actually happens when it comes to gang stalking or you letting go of certain chapters in your life. And when you find balance within, you will have people that don't want to see you elevate. You have people that's plotting on your downfall. You have people that will sit there and say that, oh, I'm going to ruin this person's life. They're going to be a crash out, so nobody hit them. Don't nobody mess with them anyway at the end of the day. You know, when you got God in your life, that's your biggest cheerleader right there. And individuals will try to paint you up immensely unstable, all because they want to control the narrative. You know, you will have individuals monitoring your every move to tell the enemy what you got going on, to tell the devil what you got going on. How this type of stuff actually happens. And then when you speak up for yourself at the end of the day, you dead ass wrong. How they want to call you a snitch, they want to call you this, you retarded, slow, stupid, retarded, what the case it be. Until it's your household or someone you love and care at the end of the day, that ain't just different. It be just a thought for me. Never allow the devil or the enemy discourage you, regardless to what shape and size they come at the end of the day. And I say it respectfully. Always be yourself. If it has to take over 2, 3, 4, 5 people, let alone a community to go up against you, you must be doing something right when you chose you. And you ain't never have much intentions when it comes to growth. How long get physical? Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. You know, jealousy and envy and hate is real. And for someone to say that they fall from a hater and they don't got this animosity with them at the end of the day, they wouldn't project spoke on you. They wouldn't send you the evil eye. They wouldn't gang stalk you. They wouldn't try to ruin your reputation at the end of the day. If they never had insecurity problems, if they so real, they would pour into themselves at the end of the day, regardless to what's going on in their life. They will try to make their life better, and I say it respectfully. You know, my content is not for everyone. It's not. I may not make sense to the average person, and that's okay, regardless to what man or woman has me shadow banned. I'm Naya, genuine respect, and I would never hurt myself. Always be yourself with no intentions. Loving yourself is not a crime. I love to talk about love.
Love is real, love is one of a kind, with the right one truly for you.
You know, back to regular program managers is different. You know, a chapter so new, so fruitful, who would have knew? You know that mindset is different when someone truly showed you why you came out your comfort zone. They wasn't trying to mislead you the wrong way. Let them get physical. You know, someone didn't have to pretend to actually love you. You know that I do actually has different. Hold on 1 second. I move a little bit too fast. Who would have knew? You know, because when the right person is truly for at the end of the day, it went from your crush, only realized, hold on 1 second, marriage looks good on you. You know, getting someone's last name or y'all got your own last name when it comes to your flow. God was truly showing you why God truly allows you to grow. That energy is different when someone's truly patient with you, actually see you, observe at the end of the day. They wasn't trying to hurt you, remind you what you overcame when it came to pain. That wound is different when someone truly allows you to feel why they poured into you the most healthiest way. The love you like brought balance into your life to show you, hold on 1 second, real love is real. Who would have known? True love is one of a kind with the right one truly for you. You know, someone that had to pretend to say I love you. You know, being loyal, respectful, the energy is different. When someone truly being genuine and kind, at the end they didn't have motives, only would protect your mental health, the energy is different. God gave someone access to the key to your heart, only was the hold on 1 second, someone truly want to protect your heart. You know, someone bringing peace into your life, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And just because when the energy is different. You thanking God every single day, regardless of came from poverty and pain. They say fairy tales ain't real, but someone truly allows you to feel that, hold on one second, you're willing to overcome pain, being emotionally available. Someone's trying to steer you in the wrong direction, only with the hold on one second. God allows you to see better times, hold on one second. Be on the same page, the love of your life. Who would have known? Someone pouring into you. I may not make sense to the average person, and that's okay. But true love is not lust. True love is not spell work. True love is not sending someone an evil lie and having a hate train towards them, putting your hands on them, and then talking them up like a bad habit, all because you wanted to say, I got them, just to destroy them. It'd be the train of thought for me. My content is not for everyone, and I say it respectfully. I'm Naya, genuine respect, and I'm still healing from a hate crime that was done to me. I would never hurt myself regardless to what man or woman is threatening my life. I never gave nobody permission to use my documentation to blackmail me against me. Or I never gave no man or woman or child in the day to invade my space. Individuals will have you under surveillance at the end of the day when it comes to gang stalking. The contract you never signed up for at the end of the day. Folks will make money off you at the end of the day and try to humble you in the most unhealthiest way. Just to disrespect you. They will energy harvest up your energy, project sport towards you, or even send an evil eye. They will even have people go against you. All because they was able to control the narrative because, hold on one second, they showed them a video of you. They showed them this. They showed them that because someone was plotting against you. All because they don't want someone to see your light. Being authentic, you never have those intentions. How individuals take your kindness so weak and threaten your life that nobody will believe you. But your voice does matter. When the right people see you, hear you, respect you, they don't got those intentions. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and I would never hurt myself, and I say respectfully.
Always be yourself, but don't listen to my cars and everybody's okay.
I'm Naya, genuine love, respect.
Misunderstood and loved by you, far from a hater, what about you? Misunderstood and judged by you, far from a hater, what about you? Stop the violence in the community, stop the violence in the community. Now, it's a trick of you. Always be yourself with no molesters. I'm not even respect. I'm far from a hater. Peace and respect your neighbor. Stop the violence in your life, neighbor, far from a hater. Miracle, miracle, catch your blessings. Miracle, miracle, catch your blessings. Stop the violence. I'm peace. I bring peace. Gotta go.
Individuals pick and choose who could talk about spirituality. They pick and choose who could talk about God, the devil, narcotics, healing, trauma, and pain at the end of the day. Always be yourself. It doesn't matter what environment that you're in. It doesn't matter what zip code that you're in, what community that you're in, what continent that you're in. And especially when you don't got malicious intentions. Always be yourself with malicious intentions. An individual will see that you have potential, and they will try to ruin you because you're willing to choose you. Always be yourself. They will try to dig up your past to try to humiliate you. But when you're a type of person that don't run from your past, and you don't run from he say, she say, whatever the case may be, you can repeat whatever you said that day, even when they tell lies on you. That ain't just different than the day, regardless of people poverty and pain. Individuals don't want to respect you because it's you. They will see potential within you, watch you from years and months at a time at the end of the day, just to make you feel that you're not worthy and your voice doesn't matter. All because you're authentic. Never stop elevating, I say respectfully. Believe in your faith. I'm far from a hater. When it comes to my creativity, I work alone. I always have since day one. I work alone, and I say respectfully, regardless to what man or woman or child trying to black me, I say respectfully. I work along with my Heavenly Mother, my Heavenly Father, God. We all don't pray the same, but I'm far from a hater. When God sends the right people into your life, they act their body when they choose sides. And they don't got time for sending someone an evil lie. They don't got time for that hate train, the he say, she say, and all that, whatever the case may be. And I say respectfully. They don't got time at the end of the day to project spiritual energy, harvest someone's energy, and especially when they got their own potential. It'd be the train of thought for me. I don't mean to be disrespectful, no shape or form, but being authentic is not a crime because everybody is not for you. And that's okay. Just like all food may not be for your digestive system, or medications may not be for your digestive system. It'd be the train of thought for me. But when the right people walk into your life, they see you, they hear you, respect you. It's not I'll do you better than your trauma. It's not I'll do you better becoming your best self within yourself. Because when you want better for somebody today, you actually genuinely rooting them on with no misintentions. And you don't got that in your vein at the end of the day. Regardless if y'all don't have the same blood type or not at the end of the day. It's just a two-way street. And if somebody's not for you, you keep it pushing.
No, it's a trick of me. I gotta go. Peace and respect, your neighbor. Stop the violence. You gotta go, neighbor, damn, I gotta go. Stop the violence.
When it comes to my creativity, I work alone. Regardless to who's trying to say they know me or whatever the case may be, I work alone. I just know how to give respect when it's due. I know how to give flowers when it's due. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. I would never hurt myself regardless of who's trying to blackmail me against me. I'm Naya, genuine respect, and I'm healing from a hate crime that was done to me. I would never hurt myself when I leave out my doorstep, and I say respectfully from the time I get to my household. And I say respectfully, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And I know how to respect my elders and my peers around me with no malicious intentions. My content is not for everyone. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone, and that's okay. No, I haven't triggered me. I gotta go. Stop the violence.